Hey everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Horror Movies for Life, and welcome to this 1983 horror movie review as part of my current ongoing 1980s horror movie series. Um, so in this video, we're going to take a look at a sequel to a movie that I actually reviewed as part of my 1980 horror movies, and that movie was Boogeyman. And so today we're going to take a look at Boogeyman 2 from 1983, also known as Revenge of the Boogeyman. So so yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I don't obviously have the physical media. I watched it on a somebody uploaded like a beta tape of it on YouTube that I watched. So anyway, Boogeyman 2, known as Revenge of the Boogeyman in the United Kingdom, is a 1983 American horror film directed by Ulli Lommel and starring Susanna Love, Ulli Lommel, and Shanna Hall. It is the sequel to the 1980 film The Boogeyman. Like its predecessor, the film was banned in the United Kingdom as a video nasty during the 1980s. The film follows Lacey, who travels to LA to consult a film producer about making a feature film based on the supernatural events she experienced involving a malevolent spirit trapped in a mirror. Lacey unwittingly breaks a glass from the mirror with dire Lacey unwittingly breaks a glass from the mirror with dire consequences. After a recap of the first film, supposedly based on true events, filmmakers attempt to try to recreate what occurred. After a piece of broken glass appears from the first film, killings begin happening again. So that's to set up the premise, the idea of Boogeyman 2 from 1983. As far as the cast goes, we have Susanna Love as Lacey, reprising her role, Shanna Hall as Bonnie, uh, Sholto von Douglas is Joseph, and Yuli Lommel, the director, is also an actor in this movie as Mickey. So yeah, that's to set up the premise and the cast for the 1983 sequel Boogeyman 2. Um, wow, this has not been a good run so far of 1983 movies. Hopefully, I've gotten all the really bad movies out of the way here. The first half of July, and it's only going to be a smooth sailing from here. This is another just completely waste of time. Um, a movie that nobody involved clearly wanted to make. Nobody's heart was in it. Nobody's anything was in it, frankly. And yeah, it's pretty dreadful. So let's just go ahead and start with the things that I liked about Boogeyman 2 or Revenge of the Boogeyman. It's only 75 minutes, at least the version that I watched. I know there's an extended cut of 83 minutes out there. I guess if you get it on I don't even know if you can get it on Blu-ray or DVD. I think it's just a VHS tape or something. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no desire, of course, to get it on anything. So, but it is only just over an hour long, so it's not a huge time commitment. And there are several new kills aside from the kills from the first movie that they rehash in this movie again. And if for some people it might be considered that very low budget, so bad and it's good kind of movie. I throw that out there because to me it's not so bad, it's good. But as I've said in other reviews, that's just not my that's not just not my it's just not my thing. But it might be other people's thing, and I recognize that it might be a so bad it's good for some people. But for me, it's a so bad it's bad kind of movie. So those are my pros. As you can see, it was tough to come up with much of anything. As far as cons go, let me take a deep breath. I got a lot to go through here. So, first of all, it does the old Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 thing, where the first half of the movie is basically just rehashing that movie. Our main character of Lacey basically explains what happened in the first movie. So we see flashbacks and scenes from the first movie. Some of it being kills, some of it being the climax of that movie. It's just a rehash. It's exactly like Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. The kills specifically from this movie are so ridiculous and hard to see. They are beyond bad. You have death by electric toothbrush here. You have a death by shaving cream, which I'm not really sure how that works, but basically somebody gets shaving cream like not thrown in their face, but like what do you call it? They get shaving cream all over their face, and somehow then there's blood involved in it. I don't really know how that works. If this is like toxic shaving cream with some sort of acid in it or something, but the person who gets the shaving cream has blood mixed in with it. And then there's an exhaust pipe. The end of a car has an exhaust pipe that somebody has a rake. I think it's a rake or a broom that smacks into their ass and causes their mouth to go over this exhaust pipe. And rather than remove themselves from the exhaust pipe while the car is started and they get uh, fumigated to death, they just sit there and decide, oh, I think I'll just hang out here and see what happens. Some of the worst kills that you'll ever see in any kind of movie, frankly. Besides that, the movie is very cheaply shot, very poorly shot, not well lit at all. It looks like they used a bunch of low watt flashlights to try to light this movie, to where half the time you can't see anything that's going on, including the kills. The acting and the characters in the movie are so bad. They're not interested at all. From an acting standpoint, they're not interested. From a character standpoint, they're not interesting. Um, so honestly, it makes the acting from the first movie look really good, and it wasn't very good, but it was certainly better than it was in this movie. And it looked like people cared more in that first movie than they did in this movie. Most of the movie takes place in one location, which is basically Ulli Lommel's and Susanna Love's, they were a real couple in real life. For those of you that don't know that, husband and wife, it was their real home. It looks like it was just kind of thought about and shot over a weekend. Um, the ending Carrie type finale was ridiculously bad and predictable. I saw it coming a mile away. Why our main character of Lacey would carry a piece of the broken mirror from the first movie around with her, knowing what happened in that first movie or what happened previously and what this piece of glass was capable of, is one of the most illogical and stupid plot contrivances and character decisions of all time. It really is. And then I found the score to this movie to be very annoying and uninspiring. And yeah, overall, just a really bad. Not only is it a bad movie, but it's a completely terribly made movie. Where, like I said, nobody gave a shit. Yuli Lommel didn't give a shit. Susanna Love didn't give a shit. Nobody involved in this movie cared. I mean, and you can tell it comes through on screen with how bad the acting is, how bad the directing is, how bad the editing is, how bad the production is, how bad the lighting or lack thereof is. Just kind of everything about it. You know, sometimes you can get a really bad idea or premise, but the movie still has some production value to it, some competent filmmaking. This movie has none of that. It has non-competent filmmaking, terrible acting. And then on top of that, you have a ridiculous premise that never really needed to be explored. I mean, I just have nothing else to say about this movie. Um, I'm giving Boogeyman 2 a 2.5 out of 10, and I'm not even really sure why I'm giving it a 2.5. I guess they got it made. It is a sequel. And it's not they don't make you sit through it very long, only an hour and 15 minutes. So I guess for me that's worth 2.5 out of 10. What can I say? I'm a softie. So 2.5 out of 10 for um, what the hell? I can't even remember what it's called now. Boogeyman 2. I would not recommend watching this movie unless you can. I mean, if you're going to watch it, watch the version on YouTube that exists. Don't spend any money on it, though, unless you do watch it on YouTube and you decide that it is so bad it's good that you got to have it in your collection. That's you. That's you if you want to do that. But otherwise, I don't recommend it at all. In case you couldn't tell from my review. So, but with that being said, go ahead and comment down below if you guys have seen this movie from 1983. I can't wait to watch the other sequel, which I have on the original DVD, the DVD from with the original movie, The Boogeyman. It also includes The Return of the Boogeyman from 1994, which I heard is also not very good. So that'll be fun. But with that being said, comment down below your thoughts on this movie if you guys have seen it. Please like this video, hit the little notification bell, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would really help me out for the future content on my channel going forward. But with that being said, even though we've had some really bad movies here that I've reviewed, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. for 1983 specifically so far. It can only get better from here. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and as always, stay scared. Bye.